Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to JonathanIsBadAtGames, where today we're continuing our adventures in Hatoful Boyfriend, Bad Boys Love. We have just discovered that Nagake Fujishiro was killing off humans because of experimentations done by people in the medical facility. When humans entered the room, they would die within minutes because of his influenza virus that was latent inside of him. So, there's that. I'm going to continue reading in my normal voice because my throat is still sore, though it feels a little bit better already. Just like giving it a break is probably what it needs. But anyway, we're close now. I believe there's only 8, there might be 9, I'm not sure, but we're close to the end. We're close to wrapping this up and seeing what happens. A staircase in the preparation room? I've never noticed one. I wonder where it could be. If the scarecrow went down there with a doctor, it would need to be a pretty big opening. We'll have to go and look. 7 p.m. already. We only have 3 hours until we're overrun with bloodthirsty humans. We don't know for sure if there is an escape route in the basement, but it's our best bet. Maybe we should get everybody from the gym to come with us as soon as we find the stairs. Leave that to me. Mr. Leone, I'll take care of the other students, don't worry. I'm not a massive agent for nothing. Well then, thank you, Mr. One. Aren't you going with him, sir? I'm going to come with you, Kawara. We never know what could happen. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. I am your homeroom teacher, after all. You've done such a good job so far. I want to be there to help you if things get dangerous. What about you, Sequoia? You two go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Right, okay. We're going to get out of here together, okay? Too much has happened today for both Sequoia and me. I don't know what's on his mind and he doesn't seem to be interested in telling me, but if he wants to be alone, that's for the best. I guess it's the two of us then, Mr. Nanaki. If something bad happens, one of us can come back and warn you and the others, Mr. Leone. Understood. Commence Operation Breakout it is then. Not so fast. Angel? What does he want now? We don't have time for messing around. Textoris Melodia Funis. You travel now to the Abyss of Despair, do you not? The Abyss of Despair? I sense demon spores far greater in power than even those released by the Tree of Blight. I cannot allow you to face Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein alone. The Wallenstein guy's the doctor, right? Okay, we're coming for you, Wallenstein. Wait, Angel, we need to be careful. Wait! He certainly is lively. Let's go. I think this is the first time I've been in here. It's kind of bland. Yes. Not a very friendly room, but not distasteful either. This place is flooded with demon spores. Any good bird would normally avoid it. Can you think of anything, sir? Like a hidden door, or... I don't come here very much, so, Do you feel a draft? A draft? There are no windows in here. It must be coming from the basement. Be silent, my crimson breast. We must hold it back, or the eulogy of doom will... The gate of Erebus, guide me to the abyss. Wait, calm down, Angel, you can't... Oh, there it is. So it was behind the mirror all along. He's a lot more clever than he acts, isn't he? Even if he does spout nonsense whenever he opens his beak. Let us proceed, Textoris Melodia Funis. The Master of the Abyss awaits us below. A long dark staircase winds downwards behind the mirror. How far does it go? The basement itself should be pretty big. This is sort of like the entrance to into a subway tunnel. Let's go. Very impressive. This is a lot fancier than I expected. I never knew this huge place was underneath the school. This facility has been used for research to kill humans since the school was founded. John Kuhn, none of us ever knew. We lived our carefree lives with all this going on beneath our feet. I don't see any, Birdie. I wonder if it's closed now. Yeah, it's clean and orderly, but I don't get the feeling it's still in use. There was a fire somewhere down here 5 years ago, and since then the whole facility's been shut up. I suppose they froze whatever project they were working on. Hey, Angel, which way do you think we should go to find the doctor? That would be... my crimson breast murmurs. The midnight hunter approaches. That must be the scarecrow. Couldn't you have said so earlier? Oh dear, if we don't get past him, we can't go on. We cannot reach Wallenstein without first defeating this dark servant. His dark servant. This trial cannot be avoided. But all we've ever managed to do is run away from this thing. How can we... We can't get anywhere just by running away. Do we have any sort of weapon? A weapon? I do have the stun gun Mr. Leone lent me. Will it even work on a scarecrow? Maybe not at normal output, but it looks like a living creature, so I doubt it would be completely unaffected. The Midnight Hunter is a hound bred from the Black Void. We must purify it with holy water. Oh yes, that's a good idea. What did he even say? There's a fire hose on the wall there. If we time it right... Mr. Nanaki wobbles toward the wall and pulls out the hose. Of course. Ready? He points the hose at the scarecrow and opens the valve. Angel, sir, get back. I set the stun gun to maximum and hurl it at the scarecrow. It collapses with an unpleasant noise. Its electrified metal arm twitches for a moment, but then it is still. We did it. Electricity is a powerful thing indeed. The thunderous voice of doom. Judgment has come. Goodbye, Mr. Scarecrow. Onwards. Disgraceful. What am I doing here? A label is not allowed hesitation. No. I have not even the right to claim that restriction anymore. Yuya. Foolish. No, not Ish at all. I am a fool. I have been pampered my entire life, while in my shadow he crawled along under the weight of the crime which only he knew. I have been nothing but vain and selfish. What should I do, Yuya? It's Sequoia. Sequoia is here. Leave. No one wanted you to come here. Everyone is leaving. It is a grand, daring escape. Sequoia will find Ryota with Oko-san. Away we go. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Sequoia weeps. No, I do not. It's raining. Is Sequoia in pain? That is bad. We must do something about it. Oko-san used healing touch. Confound you. Must I repeat? Oko-san knows. Oko-san heard that Yuya has gone somewhere far, far away. We will never see him again. So they told you. Do not worry. If we cannot meet him, we need only chase after him. Do you have any idea what you're saying? Death is not a good place to chase someone to. No doubt the older breeds have no concept of death. Chase Yuya into the grave? What kind of fool would... Oko-san knows. The earth is a ball, so if we run far enough, we will find him. What foolishness! Speaking with mongrels makes my head hurt. Except I'm a mongrel too. Poor mongrels who do not notice even their own error, that is. Oko-san is not a mongrel. Sequoia and Yuya and Oko-san all have their own wonderful names. Names more important than any breed. Is that your argument? That isn't even... You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. I am myself. It is time to go. Oko-san and friend are late. Kick reason to the curb. Time to blast out of this prison and find Yuya. Oko is always brimming with useless energy, as he was. Am I the same, perhaps? We will never see him again, no matter how far we run, but... If he were here now, what would he do? What would he want me to do? At any rate, moping around here won't get us anywhere. 2 more hours. I will chase after him. I will never find him, but I will find myself. Let us go, Oko. There's nothing more for us here. Sakuya is best when he acts cool. After Ryota, full speed ahead. Oh, Oko-san, I did not expect you to be in the serious part of this game, actually. The demon spores are thick in the air. I smell the stench of the sorcerer. I feel a little nervous relying on Angel's bizarre intuition alone, but it's worked so far and we're in a hurry. Is he actually following the doctor by his scent? Or is that just an Angelism? There's some very advanced equipment in here, and these documents look fairly new. Maybe this place is still in use. There's a register of names left open on one desk. Maybe it's a student register? Look, your name's here too, Angel. The Dark Grimoire. I feel the tendrils of imminent tragedy. They have notes on some of the students here too, under Higuri. He acts as a neurotransmitter when excited. He seems to produce intoxicating or hallucinogenic pheromones. Physical exertion acts as a stimulant. The pheromone causes others to temporarily lose control of themselves, but its usefulness is limited. Not currently applicable to combat. I shall not allow the sorcerer to make me his pawn. I am the Crimson Angel of Dudeka, destined to wander this earth alone. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he sounds and looks unexpectedly heroic. It looks like all the students who were invited here have some sort of physical idiosyncrasy. How did you enroll, Karara? How? I was invited to. I don't know why. Yours is just a bunch of numbers. I wonder if it's an explanation for something like Higuri's. No, the black miasma of inevitable doom draws near. We are approaching the gate of the abyss. I feel its foul wind. Let's go. The doctor's waiting for us. Could you wait a minute, Kawara? What is it, sir? We're almost done. We need to... I want to ask you something first, Kawara. You lied, did you not? Huh? Lied? Me? I don't know why you would lie about that. Or maybe you forgot, even though it was just yesterday. Yesterday after school? Like I said to Sequoia, I don't know anything about it. We have to ask the doctor. I see. Let's go on then. Mr. Nanaki follows Angel down towards the innermost room. I've been trying to find the truth about John-kun's death since this morning. Why would I lie? Maybe Mr. Nanaki misunderstood something, but that seems too simple. Especially with everything else being so convoluted. In contrast to the rooms above, this area is dark and filthy. This must be where the fire was 5 years ago. I feel like I can smell the soot just by looking at the walls here. Nagake threw himself into the sea of fire here, and to end the experiments. I wonder what I would have done in his place. Would I have ended it all like him, or... You're late, Mr. Kawara. I have grown tired of waiting. The Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Doctor. It wasn't just John-kun. You killed the headmaster as well. If it weren't for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been... Why are you doing this? Must I repeat myself? I told you before, I merely disassembled Miss Othen after the fact. I did not kill her. Do you think I care? It would appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you already have everything you need to answer the question. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who killed Othen John-kun? Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words. Textoris Melodia Funis. He will lay a spell on you. Perhaps the Peanut Gallery should keep its thoughts to itself? An iron grill drops behind me like an evil wizard's portcullis. I'm cut off. Oh dear, we appear to be shut in. No, the dark spell. What are you doing? Nothing at all, I simply have no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara. Now, let us return to our conversation. Our conversation about the truth you seek. You have done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. How pugnacious of you. But you are lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hatoful. Operation Hatoful, the plan to wipe out humanity with the Chiron virus. Precisely. Oh, it does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared for the lecture. You are exemplary. You are exemplary. Ho ho ho. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful, quite possibly the deadliest in human history. However, strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Chiron virus was no exception. It cannot last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have to send live carriers into their society and allow it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Chiron virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nagake, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Chiron able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate. You forced him to kill human prisoners. If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself. Indeed, it had not occurred to us that the tests of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly it was not so, and we lost our sample. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death, but thankfully we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains and have kept them to this day. I have been waiting for a new carrier to arrive. It sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way? Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise a subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nagake's. Compromise the immune system, they'd die. Indeed, even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Chiron virus, if they died to some other infection, it could be all for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year. You are an exemplary student, Mr. Kawara. I give you full marks. Full marks? My head hurts, almost as if some strange creature is wiggling about deep inside my brain. Are you okay, Ryota? Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. John-kun came to the infirmary to see me. You have come this far. I am sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot? Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Dr. Iwamine gives me and lie down, but my body still feels heavy. I'm tired. Are you okay, Ryota? Yeah, I'm fine now. Mr. Nanaki said that you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right. John-kun is reaching towards me. Want to go home? I'll walk you. Her hand stops. John-kun falls to her knees, clutching her chest. Ryota, I can't breathe. Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange, almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, John-kun. See you tomorrow. She fell down before my eyes. And then, the experiment was a resounding success. Miss Othen displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Chiron virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to widespread apoptosis in the lungs, but more simply, any human who comes into contact with you will die. You see? You're lying. John-kun and I were together since we were children. Of course, I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this? The Scarecrow's head? Yes, alas, the body is useless now, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the being you call Scarecrow. It is one of the Labor model new humans developed by Dove Party researchers, but denounced as unethical. We birds have advanced quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that. The Labor series was a great step towards the beautiful ideal of coexistence with humans. With a human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried the Dove Party researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. And now the next question. What is inside this bag? A human's head? No. Close, but you have to be more specific. I believe we had Miss Othen's head sent to your classroom, but did you notice anything missing? Missing? When I found her in the box, I was too shocked to be looking for clues. I may well have missed something. Wait, he doesn't mean John Kuhn's brain? Correct, you do catch on quickly. Miss Othen did come to meet you quite frequently. Of course, having been placed in Labor 9, she has lost much of her personality. Then she's alive? But her body is gone. All that's left is her brain. Can we still call that alive? Alive or not alive, I don't care anymore. Can you save her? That is a difficult question, but we tend to think of there being a definite border between life and death, but really it's quite vague. Her personality still remained in this world up until a few minutes ago, but you gave poor Labor 9 quite a shock, shall we say. Alas, Miss Othen's brain is no doubt irreversibly damaged. The wonders of modern medicine can do nothing for her now but sigh and shake their heads. Yesterday her body and today her mind. You are a far more twisted villain than I ever could hope to be, Mr. Kawara. I killed John Kuhn. It was my fault all along. Why did it have to happen this way? This was all arranged for you. I had Labor 9, Mr. Sakazaki, and the headmaster help you along in your investigation. You are but one step from the end now. You must remember one more thing. What it was that you and Miss Othen told me long ago. Come, follow me. He holds out his wing. What lies beyond here? John Kuhn is gone. The one who killed her was here from the very beginning. I have nothing more to lose. You are obedient, Mr. Kawara. Wait, Textoris Melodia Funis. The demon spores are thickest that way. You will not be able to return. That's right, the doctor's probably going to do something unspeakably horrible to you, Kawara. Come back. Thank you for bringing Mr. Kawara this far, you two. And now, goodbye. Oh dear. This looks bad. Do you suppose it's poison gas? This presence, Mystic Phantom, the avatar of miasma. You do take everything in stride, don't you, Higuri? Two humans lie in a twisted pile. They are John Kuhn's parents. She said they work as mediators between birds and humans. They were trying to say something to the humans barricaded on the other side of the wall, but they received only bullets as a reply. The death of her parents became a signal. The birds surrounding the little house crossed the wall as one. I can hear gunfire from inside. I can hear humans and birds screaming. We could do nothing but stand outside and watch. And then the stranger came and spoke to us. Is there anything you desire? I will grant any wish for you. So tell me. I answered, I don't want these things to happen anymore. My wish is for a world where humans and birds no longer fight. Even if I die, I want there to be peace. And John Kuhn continued, I agree. I would do anything to make Ryota's wish come true. The stranger nodded. It might not be possible right now, but one day I will make it happen. When we were children, that's right. That was you. That was the other thing you had forgotten. You have remembered, I see. 8 years ago, a number of humans barricaded themselves in a building not far from where we lived. John-kun's parents were shot by the other humans, and many birds and humans were killed in the ensuing gunfight. And I met the doctor. I asked for a world in which humans and birds no longer fight. You and Miss Othen both said you would be glad to die to bring it about, and so I'm carrying out your wish just as you stated it. Even symbiotic relationships are not free from strife. In order to end the wars between humans and birds forever, one race will have to be completely destroyed, you see? Why did you choose me back then? Choose you? Why did I choose? Ask what your wish was, you mean? I assure you, it's not a coincidence. I am not so bored as to wander around granting wishes willy-nilly. I, too, had made a promise to grant your wish. The preliminary test yesterday was a resounding success. We need only transfer the original lysosomes from Fujishira Nagake to you, and everything will be in place. I have granted your wish, though I did make you jump through a few hoops so you would remember your wish and understand my intentions. It would be the least you could do to at least acknowledge all I have done for you, I don't care about anything now. John-kun is gone. My wish has destroyed everything. Nothing good has ever happened. If this is what my life is to be like, I wish I had never been born. I don't want to see anything anymore. Do not be anxious. You have no will to resist, so soon you will forget it all. Good night, Mr. Kawara. Ah, my crimson breast senses. Dang. Cough, cough. Talking will just make it worse, Iguri. It seems to be linking in quite slowly. I'm glad we have a little more time, but it is getting hard to breathe. Wallenstein, you coward. Come out and fight. Hold on just a little longer. We'll get you out of here. Oh, God. I keep getting hit by these little pangs, and it's just like I can't bring myself to completely cry, but just like these waves of sorrow just like ebbing and flowing over me and making me choke up a little bit. This is really dark. I will try to open the cage, Oko. You see the gas. Oko-san shall not fail. Ah, much better. No one can say you slack off as student president, Shirogane. The Crimson Breast shall not forget this. Are you two alone? Where did Kawara go? Were you separated? Did Ryota wander off and get lost? No, he didn't. He got carried off by the doctor. Carried off? Oh no. No doubt the doctor is making him drink nasty protein supplements as we speak. If we do not act soon, the funeral song shall herald the coming of darkness. Why can you never speak in plain Japanese, miserable poltroon? He's saying the doctor is planning to turn Kawara into a biological weapon. What? We can explain while we walk, assuming I don't run out of breath. Very well, let us proceed. Oh. Kawara, are you still alive? Ogo-san has a bad feeling about this. Ryuta is not normal. Miserable medical man, what have you done to him? Why, if it isn't the son of the noble Labelle family, what is one of your prestige doing here? Ho ho. Your pathetic jabs mean nothing to me. What have you done to Kawara? I have granted his wish. That is all. It is almost 10. The human forces are gathered above. Mr. Kawara must now return to the surface and begin the end of the human race. Kawara would wish for no such thing. He would never harm a human. Right, Kawara? It seems he is hesitant to agree with you. Ho ho ho. Bah. He has been swallowed by the demon spores. Our voices will not reach him. It is time for us to go. He has but little time left in this world and cannot afford to waste any of it. He has but little time? What does that mean? His duty is now to fly about the world, spreading the seeds throughout all of humanity. It will be a feat impossible for any normal rock dove. Of course, he will be shot at as well. If he were to fall from his wounds, he would die before completing his task. Do not fear. Oko-san will stop Ryota here and now. There he goes. Mr. Kawara has traded his free will for normally impossible physical tenacity. He's been brainwashed? We have to stop him and bring him back to his senses before he reaches the surface. But Oko is stronger than any of us, and he was sent flying just like that. How can we keep him here? Kawara is very strong but lacks control right now, right? Maybe we should ask Higuri. What? Him? He's nuts. Ha ha ha, Black Beanadonna. There he goes again, spouting nonsense. Wait, Kawara, stop. Ugh. Oh dear, there goes Shirodani. Gani, the demon Red Eye speaks. Seal the disaster with the power of the Chosen One. He's reacting. How is that frail Luzon able to affect him? What is he doing? Hypnotizing him. According to the documents back there, Higuri has the ability to pull into his own fantasies and break down their mental restraints. I was talking to the doctor about it earlier too. I think it's real. Mental restraints? Like how a desperate man can be stronger than usual? The demon Red Eye heralds the awakening. By the power of the bloodstained hand, I seal the funeral song. Oga-san attack. Oga-san cannot possibly lose in a fight with Ryota. There we go. Perfect. We're supposed to convince Ryota to stop while ourselves being drawn into some bizarre fantasy. This is madness. Don't think about the consequences, Shirogane. Just go along with it. Prepare yourselves. We fight, brethren, bound in the Red Lotus fetters. Ryota, Textorus Melodius Funis appears. Angel's turn. Textorus Melodia Funis, now is the time to break Wallenstein's spell. Hear the call of the Red Lotus. Sand's turn. A violent Ryota is not a good Ryota. Come to your senses. Kazuaki's turn. We're all trying our best for you, Kawara. Come back to us. Sequoia's turn. Do you not care? Do you plan to destroy all we've gained? Stop, Kawara. This is not the path you must travel. Jeez, Ryota, you're causing everybody trouble. I don't want to see you like this either. I'm the only Berserker-class character this story needs. Wake up already, Ryota. Ryota was defeated. Kawara, pull yourself together. Do you want this? No, I don't. Ryota is a vegetarian and shouldn't exert himself. I don't want to make everyone sad. The remitter reactivated? Fascinating. It should not have been possible for some hours yet. Disease is half the mind, after all. Outlook is surprisingly important. I suppose this means my data was insufficient. This is the end, Dark Sorcerer Wallenstein. Be judged by the Crimson Breast. Wait, Angel. It's not just his fault. Why do you protect him? He is the one who did this to you. Tell me, Doctor. Why did you go so far to grant my wish? Why did I grant your wish? My reason is nothing of note. It is not worth telling. This was merely an experiment, and now it has come to an end. You must have had a reason. You aren't the sort to go around talking to children without some purpose. I want to know the answer to everything. The answer is nowhere near as glamorous as you were expecting, I assure you. Man. Hey, good morning, Issa. Sorry to spring this on you, but could you take a look at these? What is it, sir? You seem excited. It's amazing, the healers we got earlier. Healers? Ah, the Hela cells from the month. Yeah, them. From this unusually old human. Aiding science even after death. Can't we at least call the samples by their proper name? You've always been serious like that, Isa. These samples are like sweet lovebirds. Touch them with kindness and they respond beautifully. Just how many lovebirds do you have again? Perhaps you should call them pet birds instead? Maybe you're right. Look at this. We've been looking into cancer cell immortality. Indeed, these results are amazing. You're quite lucky with these things. It's all about love. Or intuition. That too. Kawara Ryuji. He is quite possibly the most gifted researcher alive. He has the abilities and intuition that not even he can explain. Hey, good morning, Isa. Nice weather, huh? Makes me want to do something outside. It's already evening. I believe one normally switches to good evening around now. It's good morning whenever I get up, Isa. Get distracted by things like common sense and you'll miss the greatest discoveries of your life. Sophistry. Hey, good morning, Isa. Whoopsie, we're low on cash. Here, was this the one? I didn't ask you to pick it up for me. Here, take it. It's not like we're running out. You sound like a pushy salesman. Your right ring is injured, right? If there's anything I can help you with, just ask. I've been doing fine so far. Hey, good morning, Isa. Hey, can I say something? What is it, sir? I'm somewhat busy. You're always busy. If I waited for you to take a break, I'd die of old age before I got to say. Talking like this gets us nowhere. Guess what? I had a kid. I see. Congratulations. What? You don't have anything else to say? Not particularly. Reproduction is natural for all living creatures. Of course, were I to become a father, I would feel bad for the child, given my habit of locking myself away in the laboratory. The only bird who I ever recognized. The only one I ever recognized is worthy of my respect. Hey, good morning, Isa. I brought you something cool. What is it? A fossil. Look at it. It's huge. You act like an excited child. Hey, I like geology too. It tempts me with spouse breach. I will carry on your research while you are out then. Go on. Dang, you're cold. Hey, listen, want to come with me on a business trip sometime? Field observation is fun. My next one's at the start of the month. While I am interested in your work, sir, I am partway through a fascinating process at the moment. Perhaps another time. Yeah, I'll invite you next time then. I bet traveling with you would be a blast. Field observation is not exactly sightseeing. I will make sure to open time in my schedule, though. His last moments were dreadfully anticlimactic. He fell ill with a disease endemic to the island. By the time we returned home, he was so emaciated one could barely recognize him. He had watched as many other birds succumb to disease. So I was sure that he would die in this examination room surrounded by his family. Isa, I always knew this was a possibility. Yes, sir. I don't regret the way I did things. No, sir. But I just remembered. I do have one regret. Yes, sir. I've never done anything a father's supposed to do. I'd promised to take time off for the first time in years. I want you to do me a favor, Isa. If you ever run into my son, can you do something for him in my stead? A rather vague request. He's too nice. He never asked, even if he wanted it. I suspect he inherited the trait from his father. Haha. Anyway, if you happen to meet him, you don't have to go out of your way to find him or anything. Very well, I shall remember. What is his name? Ryota. It's Kawara Ryota. You vanished from my life before I ever told you my feelings, and I've chased your shadow since then. This is what they mean by quitting while you're ahead? Or was it just cowardice? No matter how I study life, its past, its future, I will never be able to surpass you. And that was my only goal, Kawara Ryota. The son of Dr. Kawara, carrying half his genetic material and otherwise unrelated. But this boy, he may be the only way for me to catch your shadow now. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is a stinger. Good God. Man, like, it's not even necessarily all that sad because I've read things that are sadder than this. But it's just, I don't know why it's hitting me the way it is. The way everyone, like, came together and tried to stop him. That always speaks to me for some reason when people try to, like, rescue someone who appears to be lost. I don't know. That's, like, hits a weak spot with me. But anyway, that is all the time we have for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for being bad with me. Remember that failure is not the worst thing that can happen, and go on with your bad selves. I will see you guys in the next episode. Stay awesome. Oh, that hit me. That hit me really badly. You're gonna mock me for being... Okay, time to go. Time to go. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot. Why is that alive? I thought I killed it. Okay, so that's gone. Oh, no! Okay, you fucking... Fuck.